Free voice control version 1 running.
All right, here we are. It's 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Elite Dangerous and its game on. Today, in addition to the regular just jumping here, I'll be testing the voice recognition of ED Discovery. So I'll be using that. I have only enabled a few commands. I might make a video on it at some point, but not right now. That stuff going on, so maybe this afternoon or tomorrow we'll see what I can do. But the first command to give to the ship is super cruise. Super cruise.
Super cruise charging.
There we go.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, we got that going. See where we are. Maybe that's where we're going. Just checking, making sure we got all the stars in here. These are all the fuel scoopable stars. Non-sequence stars is necessary for neutron stars, and we are applying it to the routing. We have a route. $182 jumps, that's a lot for a day, but we'll see what we can do. It might be 2 days getting over there. Before we start, we're gonna reset the trip computer. Alright, see if this 75 ahead. 75 ahead.
75% thrust set.
50 ahead.
Acknowledge.
25 ahead.
Acknowledge.
Oh, looks like 50 and 25 was the same. 75 ahead.
Acknowledge.
Alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
What are we doing now?
4, 3, 2,
1.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, and all of this happening. Good. There we go. Good morning.
Fuel scooping.
Good afternoon.
Frameshift drive charging.
We're just gonna make our way west here now. We'll have a look at any interesting things we find. Right, so the difference between voice attack and the voice recognition in ED Discovery is that the thing for ED Discovery is specific to Elite Dangerous, and it comes with a large set of commands predefined. You just need to sort of map it to your Whatever you have for keys.
Frameshift drive charging.
There is a handy tool also in an ED Discovery that appears to be able to display your key mappings.
View scooping.
So that can certainly be helpful.
View scooping complete.
But other than that, I mean, it's an external application. It doesn't have any real actual knowledge of what's going on in Elite Dangerous. So some assumptions has to be made.
Frameshift drive charging.
And that can always cause issues. The biggest issue is, of course, just remembering what the voice commands are.
View scooping.
I think this is actually the first system we've seen in planets to speak of.
View scooping complete.
Take a quick look. I think we're gonna save our exploration time for
Charging.
things that are actually really interesting. Pretty sure that's the wrong time.
View scooping.
Looks like Elite Discovery or ED Discovery on 902 has some bugs in it. Guess I didn't do a full regression test.
Drive charging.
For some reason it seems to think I've been flying for almost 2 hours already, although it's been like 15 minutes. That is kind of weird. Anyways, I don't really use that clock for anything. It's mostly used to the trip computer in ED Discovery is just used to track the number of jumps and light years traveled.
Frameshift drive charging.
I saw that video you recommended. Um, Piracy is not really my thing. I'm sure you can make a lot of money that way. But, I don't know. It's like doing bad things make me feel bad, so.
Fuel scooping.
I don't really feel like taking up the piracy profession.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, that was also done by a Pixel Bandit, by the way.
Frameshift
Not sure if he
drive
still is. I
charging.
haven't seen the name before. It doesn't mean anything, but not everybody is super active all the time. Ah, okay. Probably why I never seen him. I'm not buying an Xbox just to have 3 Elite Dangerous accounts. That's a little excessive.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
That's 7 objects, but it only lists 3, so it's just okay. These guys are too far away to be shown on the map scanner.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, in that sense, the PC is the better choice.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I may want to consider tracking something else now. With the trip computer, you can set a target system. As long as it's in EDSM, you can select it.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
No, you have to go to the route finder, and then you can enter in start and finish, and it will give you a number of waypoints based on your selected jump range.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Full stop.
Full stop.
That works. Again, the command seems to need to be entered or spoken separate from being in a sentence.
Fuel scooping.
So, I guess if you're saying full stop in a sentence, it doesn't actually go to full stop.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
There has to be a pause at the beginning and the end, so that it's not a huge deal if you're accidentally using one of the commands in a sentence. Okay. There's not really much to look for here. This is on the PC. I do have Elite Dangerous on the PS4 as well. But right now I'm kind of working a little bit on the PC version. Right, we got some more planets here. I'll have a look and see what they are. Gonna fill up that fuel tank first.
Fuel scooping complete.
There we go. Alright. That wasn't really a lot of interesting stuff. No. It's kind of halfway. Don't worry about it. It's kind of... We're using the same... we're using the same universe. Anything that I discover on the PC will
Heat
be...
sink away.
What happened?
Heat sink deployed.
Why did I deploy a heatsink? Oh well. Anyways, the universe is the same. All the data, as it relates to the universe, is shared between all three platforms. I guess there's 4. I guess it's on Mac as well. I didn't program in heatsink for voice control. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, there's the all the things that are server side is shared between everyone, but everything that's client side is platform specific. So PC players can only see other PC players. PlayStation players can only see on the PlayStation players. But all the data, all the stuff in the background that ties everything together is shared amongst everyone. So everything that you do in your platform, whatever, affects everybody else, even if there's no direct interaction. So basically, if I go and buy off all the items of a given commodity at a station, that affects the amount of that commodity everyone will see.
Fuel scooping complete.
There's a special case, I guess, for rare items.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. Yeah, so everything that's the background stuff, that it's shared amongst everyone. Good afternoon, Reaper. We're gonna just make our way here a little bit.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I think I'm going to can I free voice control? I want to disable the voice control until I can figure out just what happened with my heatsink. I know, I saw that. It's like stream labels isn't doing its job. Let's see if I can get that updated. Connect with YouTube. And then, hold on, it's two-factor authentication here. Alright. That's stupid. Use the output. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I know that one was old. Now it's updated. But the list of subscribers still isn't updating. That's an issue with it's more than that. Well, it's I don't know. I think it has something to do with what platform you're subscribing on, because uh, some of them have come up like almost instantly. Like I get an email saying that you know, it happened. I have not received any emails for I mean, I got 2 subscriptions today because it was 173 when I started, and now it's 175. And there's no email saying from YouTube saying I got a subscriber. Really weird, man. But thank you for those subscriptions. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I'll update my goal in a little bit, the next stream. But for now, let's keep going with the thing we're doing. Alright, so there's nothing in this system, so we're just gonna jump on.
Charging.
I'll have to troubleshoot and see what's going on with the what happened to what's RIP? Did the stream die? Ah, stream is still live. May have been a little bit of a lag.
Fuel skipping.
Your message was held for spam. Don't know why.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, here's a blue-white star. You don't see those too often. Yeah, Reaper, the comment was held for review. I guess YouTube doesn't like you talking about YouTube. Yeah, you know, first rule of YouTube, don't talk about YouTube.
Fuel skipping. Fuel skipping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Warning.
Really kind of hoping for a neutron star soon.
Charging.
That would be nice.
Fuel skipping.
Looks like I may have gotten my wish.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I don't know why it was held, man. It didn't say. It just said show or hide. So I guess if you look back in the comments now, it should be there. Alright, it was a strangely short jump.
Fuel skipping. Fuel skipping complete.
That's either because there's a neutron star or because the next one is a neutron star. We're always hoping.
Frameshift drive charging.
No. Why did we make such a short jump? Just looking to see if we can see anything interesting. Nothing that really stands out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Kind of strange because we're usually jumping like 50 plus light years, and then suddenly there's 14. All right, I am.
Fuel
About
scooping.
1,000 jumps. If I were to jump in a straight line using absolutely no neutron stars, it would be about 1,000 jumps. It is 56,719 light years to Earth. The bubble is a little bit shorter, but not a whole lot.
Frameshift drive
So
charging.
in a straight line, it will be about 1,000 light years. 1,000 jumps.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, well, we're not
Fuel scooping.
we're not going there today. I'm not really in a huge hurry. So I'm not really worried about it. We're out here exploring anyways.
Frameshift drive charging.
Here's a neutron star. Now we're gonna go get some distance on this thing. Now we are gonna put the brakes on. Alright, that's a pretty one. It's got some big nice big cones. Right.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Alright. I'm gonna take a look at these planets here while we're at it. They're not really super interesting, but yeah, I heard about that. I don't have that kind of time. I think my wife would beat me to death with my PlayStation controller if I spent 14 hours a day on here. Granted, I guess it was on the weekend. But still. No, it's actually, well, I guess it's not so tiresome if you're not streaming, because, you know, you don't have to worry about chat, and you don't have to worry about, you know, while reading chat and responding to it and trying to think of something to say. So it probably is a slightly less stressful. So the World Health Organization says that gaming addiction is actual debilitating condition. I don't really know, but it looks like some gamers are taking offense to that. I don't know why. If you're addicted, you're addicted. There isn't much else to it. Some people are more easily addicted to stuff than others. I can quit anytime I want. I just don't want to. That's not addiction. That's enjoying the time I have. Alright, 216 light years in one jump. Alright, 215.56. Close enough. Right, looks like we're full. Some gas giants. Some icicles.
Frameshift drive charging.
Not much of interest. I think we're gonna start scanning the stars. Gonna have that done. No, we're not really getting anything for it, but that one could be interesting. I'm still not convinced with the guy who did the Beagle run in under 7 hours. I don't know. Alright, that's not gonna be anything to write home about. Alright. So we looked into kind of sort of that. It's difficult to get the same routing information we use, but I plotted it out. It's 660 or 670 jumps using the neutron star highway. And there was over 200 visits to the galaxy map to set up routing information. Alright, so 7 hours, 7 and 6 is 420 minutes? 7, 14, 21, yeah, 420 minutes. $420. And here's the thing. If you're just jumping, it's a minute per jump. It's over a minute per jump. Alright, so if I start now on 5540, I'm gonna jump at 5540.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm gonna go in here, we're gonna scoop, and we're gonna jump right out. So that's 30 seconds. We're still in the jump. 35 seconds and we're out. I'm gonna ping, but that doesn't slow me down. I'm gonna scoop up some fuel. Gonna go around to the other side. And jump again. So that was what, 55 seconds? You still have to go around the star though. That was 55 seconds. So if it's 600 jumps, or 670 jumps, that's 670 minutes. That's over 10 hours. And that is not including the time it takes to go into the galaxy map, locate your new destination, which you have to do when you're doing manual neutron star entries. And also, uh, with neutron star, you still have to. You still have to exit and get fuel if it doesn't. No, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. And I don't know. Maybe it could be done faster. In an ASP. But I still I don't see how. And I use 54 light years, I believe, as the jump range. I mean, everything changes based on your jump range, of course. And you might get lucky with a shorter range, maybe hitting more neutron stars. But you still have to deal with fuel scooping, and of course going around the star to get to the destination on the other side. Did I honk in here? I don't know. Yes, I did. So I don't know. I think I don't think it can be done in anything under 10 hours. And also, just with the neutron stars, that takes longer. I mean, even if you're more experienced and a little bit more gutsy than what I am, it still takes. I don't see anybody getting into a neutron star, supercharging their frameshift drive, and then jumping out in under a minute. I still have that thing activated. I'm using a 6A fuel scoop.
Frameshift drive charging.
I guess if you're no, I don't think there's any engineering options for the fuel scoop. I think I'd do 878. If I get really in there.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, 878, I guess it's kilos per second. So just under a ton per second.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
The 7A, of course, does more, but it also costs a lot more. I didn't really find it necessary to go for the 7A on this trip. But yeah, definitely, if you're going to be exploring, you should bring the biggest fuel scoop you can fit. You just gotta keep moving and don't get too close. I guess there really isn't any other way of putting it.
Fuel scooping complete.
So if you have what is that called? If you have the orbit lines on, you'll get a circle around that yellow line around the sun, which I believe indicates the exclusion zone.
Frameshift drive charging.
So as long as you keep that sort of at the top of your screen, then you're not too close and you can keep the temperature down. It also helps, of course, to have equipment that doesn't yeah, the 7A fuel scoop is 91 million credits. I don't know how much I paid for this Anaconda. Alright, so there's the yellow line. So I'll just keep it at the top of the screen, and I'm getting around 700-800. That keeps my temperature down. So it's just about keeping same distance from the hot sun, and you'll be able to keep your temperature down.
Frameshift drive charging.
Lots of red dwarfs. Not my favorite star, but I gotta include them in the routing here because there's not a lot of stars to choose from. I didn't repair my frameshift drive before we started. I still have the damage from yesterday's attempts. But it's still at relatively low level.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think. Yeah, 95. That's fine.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah, that happened a little while ago. I'm gonna have to settle for Gatorade. The only thing I have to drink in my office here.
Fuel scooping.
I'll
Fuel scooping complete.
gonna have to do a 6-hour stream. Celebration of that. Not today, no. I have other things.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, you're welcome. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll try and answer them. If not, if I can't answer them, I'm sure there's somebody in the stream that can help out. For the fuel scooping, you can also stop. Of course, that's not very. So, like, if you get into here, and you can just you can stop, and you can just sit here, and then just wait until your tank is full.
Fuel scooping complete.
There you go. And then just dive out. And you're clear. All right. I have to plan a little bit ahead for a 6-hour stream. I need to have food and drink available. It'll be a long day. It's only Wednesday. We don't have to do it like right this minute. Of course, that's at the other side. These are just regular I set the thing, the sort of, I don't know, reward, whatever you want to call it. When we hit the goal is as a 6-hour live stream. I don't think I can do much longer than that. I've done, I did 4 hours on Monday and Tuesday. 6 hours isn't that much longer, but it's, you know, it's an extra 50% on top, so. That's, it adds on. It's tiresome. Also, you gotta eat some and drink some and Sit up straight.
Frameshift drive charging.
We just need to keep things kind of going. It's like everybody's so far apart right now. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, that was a subscription. That one worked. The subscriber count hasn't updated though. Oh, holy. Down to one heatsink. May have to make some more soon. Remember, not update.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, so the
Complete.
I don't know, the trick with the fuel scoop is to keep that line all the way up at the top of the screen and keep an eye on the heat level. Once it gets to 70, you should probably consider moving away a little bit. Nothing really happens. You get an alert at 80. And then it might start sparks flying and stuff, but I don't think anything bad happens until it hits 100. Alright, I may have to see if there's an update for the stream label software.
Fuel scooping.
It did update the count to 75, so it's gotta be working.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Right, now it updated to 176. Could just be that the frequency for reading the file or writing to the file is not happening at the
Fuel
optimal pace.
fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, there's a lot of red dwarfs around. Still a long ways to go. Alright, I guess at this point we can take off the red dwarfs. Recalculating. Not that I have anything against the color red or dwarfs, but the systems appears to be a little too frequent. Oh, it's not doing the thing where if the focus isn't on the window, it will come to a full stop when you enter a system. Don't know how that happened, but
Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
alright, this system is full of stuff.
Fuel scooping complete.
Is there maybe something interesting in here, or is it just gas giants? Bunch of gas giants. Lots of moons. Well, let's check out the Goldilocks zone and see if we can find something that maybe is a terraforming candidate. I guess we could call that object of interest. Goldilocks zone here is 141 to 282. Uh, ah, this must be really, really tiny. Yeah, the distance to scan something depends on the size of the planet. That thing that looked like a water world was really very small. 81, 133, 177. This is the only one that's in the Goldilocks zone. It's right on the other side of the sun. Ah, good afternoon, Commander Binary.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I'm still out here, the other side of the galaxy. I am not a terraforming candidate. Or was it? One 41, 282. That's 292. That's outside. This is just inside. Might be too hot. Probably gonna be too hot. We're moving on.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, at least now the star density is such that we don't have a problem figuring out where to go anymore. Still a lot of jumps to deal with though.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping
very quick. So it's 130 jumps out to the star out west we wanted to go to. Our destination is randomly picked, so as far as I know, there's nothing there other than a star.
Fuel scooping.
It is
Fuel scooping complete.
undiscovered, so nobody's been there before. Also doesn't look like anybody's been really out this way. Of course, it's kind of hard to judge because everybody's jump range is so different. And when you start getting into sort of denser systems or denser area like here, just
Frameshift drive charging.
small changes in jump range will take you a completely different course.
Fuel scooping.
So far it's been a quiet, cold morning here.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yesterday took most of the snow off the roof. Poor dog was a wreck.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think the cats slept through all of it. Just the noise of the snow coming off the roof is making the dog out. There's still snow on the
3, 2,
west side of the house. There isn't much sun there. Sun's kind of start to go down before it gets around and warm that up enough. But hopefully the ambient temperature today will be enough to get that off as well. I've got all the solar panels paired up,
fuel scooping.
Start producing some electricity again. Sunlight actually went through.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I'm gonna say there was like half a foot probably of snow up on the roof, plus whatever ice was there before. The sun went through it all and onto the solar panels, and we actually have been producing this whole time. Not much, but some. A little bit is better than nothing. We're just gonna tag this one gas giant and moons here. Maybe just a gas giant. So even though we are now going mostly in a western direction, we're still getting a little bit closer to Earth for every jump into. But not really a whole lot. We are going from 57 to 56,000 light years.
Frameshift drive charging.
Just barely. Alright, here's a neutron star. Gonna get some jump range again. Bit faster. Undiscovered till now. Companion star is a long ways away.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Alright, we are supercharged.
Frameshift drive
We are
charging.
getting out of dodge. So that is the number 2.
Fuel scooping.
Oh, this is a busy system.
Fuel scooping complete.
That's very close. You can check out these innermost here. Have a look at the sun first. We'll get the Goldilocks distances and figure out where we want to go from there. $150 to $297. They're all outside of the Goldilocks. We'll have a look anyways. You know, just because we can. This looks kind of like a water world, but it could be a high metal content as well. It was a water world. About that. That wasn't too much to brag about, but gotta find something to take a picture of. Water worlds aren't really that interesting. Picture-wise, it's just a... Very often it's just a blue marble. A little bit more interesting when you get cloud systems and a few other things in there as well. I'm kind of trying to photo document our journey here. Wait. I'm gonna have to do a loop of shame. I was actually distracted by a squirrel. There's a squirrel right outside my window now looking for food, I guess.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so not a whole lot here.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm getting close to 3,000 light years now for the day, which is about a third of the distance we seek to cover. Oh, it's more like 30% then. Oh, hello. Alright, so that's an Earth-like. That is definitely an Earth-like. I'm gonna see if I can... where's this stream? There's this... It doesn't actually put the pointer on it. Alright, but there is a... there's like a little island right to the right of the center line going down the hologram. Looks kind of like Iceland. That's one telltale sign. And then on the bottom half, a little bit to the left of the center line, there is a it kind of looks like a boot facing the other way from like Italy. Doesn't look like Italy going backwards, it just looks I don't know. But if you see, if you get both of those, then it's an Earth-like. So that's what I look for when I see these blue planets. I'm gonna turn off the lines. Then I'm gonna turn on voice attack. Change camera. Take a picture.
Picture taken.
That's not. Take a picture.
Picture taken.
Right, that one wasn't the greatest one. Change camera. Change camera. Alright, what else do we have here? We're gonna scan the star. That will give us some clue as to what the Goldilocks zone is here. Bring back on. Okay. The Goldilocks zone is 150. to 300. Yeah, there's nothing else in here.
Frameshift drive charging.
There is nothing else in here. But we didn't get an Earth like. We didn't get a picture of it. Sort of. The thing with the camera controls is on the controller it's the same controls for the accelerator for tilting up and down. So if I'm going to move the camera up, then I also accelerate the ship, which isn't helpful.
Fuel scripting complete.
Alright, it's getting a little hot. Alright, we've gone 51 jumps. Got 122 to go. 173, that is okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
And this is gonna take us past 3,000 light years.
Fuel scripting. Fuel scripting complete.
Should be able to scan this one at quite a distance. So that slowdown warning there was probably just passing through the asteroid field. It's probably multiple small section of asteroids orbiting the sun. We can see right here. Never mind that. And there's the sun. And there's the Milky Way. We'll be heading back that way a little bit. And by a little bit, we'll start heading that way.
Frameshift drive charging.
Probably Friday. Today is Wednesday, yeah. We're gonna try and go half the distance today, which is about 5,000 light years. Oh, a neutron star. Alright, that's a companion star. Pretty far away. Gonna ignore that.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Doing it
Frameshift
now.
drive supercharged.
And we're out.
Frameshift drive charging.
We are now actually traveling further away from the Earth, and now back to over 57,000.
Fuel scooping complete.
Light years. Getting a little hot. Just looking for something that stands out. Kind of hard to kind of say what that is, but you know it when you see it. That looks like a neutron star. Yes, it is. Just looking for something that has like a special glow to it, or otherwise looks interesting, but
Frameshift drive
nothing really jumped out at me.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so right on the 2-hour mark we hit a neutral star. Oh, this is not really interesting in any way. Not too big jet call.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, we went from 3,000 light years to 3,500 light years in like 3 jumps.
Fuel scooping complete.
So those, oh, hello. Alright, is a ringed water world that is almost as cool as a ringed Earth-like. Totally scanning this system. And now is a good time to repair the frameshift drive as well. Combine that with a photo op up here at the water world. That is indeed a water world. Not a terraforming candidate though. Does have some cool rings. Turn off the lines again. Oh. Make it weird. Welcome back, Valerie. We just found a water world. Change camera. And that one. Take a picture.
Picture taken.
All right, change camera. Give me a second to have a look at this. Metal rich rings. Okay. Only one ring. Oh, I'm 57,000 light years from the bubble. Change camera. Take a picture.
Picture taken.
56 light years. So I'm about 1,000 jumps out. Change camera. That was planned. Just saying. Change camera. Take a picture.
Picture taken.
Change camera. Enigma expedition from Jackson's Lighthouse to Colonia.
Module repaired.
That's a nice trip. Are there any 250 participants? All right. That's an interest. Route. What's Thor's Eye? Massive O-class star and a black hole. Okay. I don't think there's really anything else in here we wanted to scan. There. Other than the main star.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Ah, okay. Yeah, charity stuff is always cool. I'm probably gonna be out here for a while, so not take part in that. All right, let's see. See what the other ones are. Hey Dana. How's it going?
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, not sure if I know where that is. Did you say 10,000? 8,000.
Fuel snipping. Fuel snipping complete.
And I have to take just a quick break. All that coffee and water and Gatorade. Yeah, the geishas. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. Uh, where were those? Did I put in a? Yeah, they're down here. Upsilon phonetics 1. I have to get the coordinates from somewhere. I don't have them handy. But if you Google this name, if you Google Upsilon phonesis, whatever, you'll find it. So there's a bunch of geishas there. You just drive around, shoot them. You can relog and maybe get new ones. I did not have a lot of luck getting arsenic. I got everything else. But you know, it's the usual stuff where, you know, arsenic isn't all that common anyways. It's another neutron star. Getting a little close. Oh, you don't.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
I don't think that works either. But I thought if that had been a thing, it would have spread like wildfire, and then I would have patched it.
Frameshift drive charging.
And some way I'm kind of looking forward to the new stuff where you can have 100 of each item. And also, I'm not really looking forward to it because it sounds like engineering is going to be a little bit more tedious. Because of the requirement to upgrade everything through the whole
Fuel scooping.
sequence.
Fuel scooping complete.
Well, there's no more risk going through it twice than it is going through it once. You can do it safely one time, just turning around and going in again shouldn't really be a big problem.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, a neutron star is always a risk, but what? Oh, I've done a few hundred neutron stars, so it's a matter of approaching them with caution.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Here we go, here's another one. That's pretty cool. I haven't really checked out to see what's around here. Neutron stars are gonna wait. Alright, might as well dive into it then, huh? I guess dive isn't really the word. Going screaming.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
There's not that many of them out here.
3, 2.
Gonna get into a really denser area of the galaxy to really be able to take advantage of multiple neutron star jumps. Did a lot of that going out when we were going through the core.
Fuel sweeping.
It was like 2 or 3 neutron star jumps in a row, and then a refuel, and then 2 or 3 more.
Fuel sweeping complete.
Racked up a lot of new discovery for neutron stars on that trip.
Frameshift drive
Now I just gotta get back to civilization and sell all this data. I don't really know. The problem is you have very little control of the ship. So getting your ship aligned to where it is that you want to go while in the cone is going to be difficult.
Fuel sweeping.
I mean, you're being tossed around like a rag doll. It's insane in there.
Fuel sweeping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I know what happens if you drop out of Super Cruise while in the cone. You die. That's what you do.
4, 3, 2.
That is not fun at all. Done that once already.
Fuel sweeping. Fuel sweeping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, here we go. Another neutron star. Kitty doesn't care.
4, 3, 2.
He's just sleeping. Alright, so full brakes on. I don't know. Don't think I've heard about that.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Multi-crew SRVs? I'm
Frameshift drive charging.
not sure where to go with that. Oh, okay. So if you have a crew member, you can take out the... It can take out the one of the SRVs. Alright, that could be useful. The neutron star. Hit the brakes. Change camera. Take a picture.
Picture taken.
Change camera. Oh. Yeah, I haven't tried multi-crew at all, so I don't know. And I only take the SRV out when I have to.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Not quite my favorite toy. I much rather we had the ability to land on all the planets.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Or the ability to take our avatar out for a walk. There should be a space bar at every dock.
Fuel scooping.
And you should be able to go there.
Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, this is kind of cool. Kind of big stars. Well, small dwarfs, but big. Those two are up here. Okay, I have both of them right here. Yeah, I can see that. I can also see that it's useful with if you have multi-crew that you both can take an SRV out. Because, you know, it could be fun to race around a little bit and also useful, for instance, around the geysers where you can find materials. You can both be working on that. Alright, Reaper. I'll catch you later. Sorry about you, YouTube censoring your comments. It was only that one, I think, though. Alright, these dwarfs are a little bit smaller than I thought. $500 light seconds. Oof, you gotta pull away. Yeah, I could go for some more coffee too. I just don't wanna spend the time doing that right now. I'll have some coffee with my lunch. Change camera. Take a picture.
Picture taken.
Take a picture.
Picture taken.
Change camera. Better scan the main star here too.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I don't really have any. Yeah, I have no idea how much I've scanned for on this trip. I'd be curious to see if I can get that information sort of out of Discovery. And then just estimate it. Uh, 53.9. Carrying a little bit of cargo, so it's not maxed out, but I could probably get a little bit more if I ditch all the cargo. Hello. Interesting candidates down there. Yeah, I hope they do address that in some of the updates coming this year. A long ways to get over there. I'm gonna get over there. That's a water world. Probably a water world. Probably 2 water worlds. $65,000. A long way to go, man. 2 water worlds, maybe 2 water worlds, maybe some maybe some terraforming candidates. Alright, have a safe journey. But these guys are doubled up, so there's only 2. Then that one. Alright, we're gonna cruise down there, guys, and see what's up. Aim for the star first, and then we'll go for the water worlds. It'll take a few minutes to get down there. It's a long way. Well, the only reason why I can think that, or imagine why they would have this stuff, is so you could walk around in it. There's really no other reason to have that avatar. It's like, yeah, you can see him from the change camera. Change camera. You can see him in here, and also from the outside, and also when you're in the SRV. Change camera. And you can see other people's avatars in the SRV if you're close enough. But the only reason why that would be, I can imagine that would be that, is that you are eventually going to be able to, you know, walk off your ship. And, or at least have your avatar, you know, in a space bar kind of situation. Yeah. You'll have a social aspect of the game where instead of, you know, parking outside the starbase to have a conversation, you're actually going into the space bar. Checking my log here. Oh, since last dock. Okay. I'm playing around with ED Discovery. Send data on grid to L. Okay, planets. All right. That one was a water world. Gonna go in there. I'm gonna just take it a little bit slow because I'm kind of. I want to see. If I can take. This CSV file, copy it, just paste it in here to Google Docs. And then we'll go to Docs. That's just not seeing that it's showing up there. Let's go to Drive. Google Drive and Google Docs is almost quite. There it was. Planets. Open with Google Sheets. I don't know, planets isn't really it. But yeah. Oh, dude. It has the estimated value in the log. Welcome, Setarad. That was indeed a water world. All right. Sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked. This is the other water world. All right. So what I just did. I exported.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you for that subscription. Let's get your name. Setarad. What I just did, let me see if I can show. I just did. Don't know if I have that on here. Yeah, Chrome window. Yeah, Chrome window. All right. I exported the data from ED Discovery, and it lists the estimated value of what you've scanned. And with that knowledge, I should be able to figure out how much I scanned for between when I started and whatever time I exported the logs. So I just need to massage this data a little bit, then we'll have a number. That is so cool. All right, we're going for a second water world in here. I should have checked if the other pair was on the same side of the sun as that one. But we'll just fly over there. We'll scan these two, and then there's also these two that might be interesting. Kind of trying to get enough there's no headers. Okay. All right, gonna delete. What the heck? Trying to actually do two things at the same time here. And that one, that was indeed another water world. And this is just a high metal content. Alright, we'll just get over there. And gonna okay. Find first position of the string found in texting. Alright, I'm gonna have to do that after the stream. Getting be too much work trying to sort out formulas for extracting data from the spreadsheet. Alright, so what do we got here? So these 5 that I just scanned were all terraforming candidates, including the water worlds. Alright, let's continue our journey. I'll sort out the spreadsheet thing later. I just need to sort out a formula for extracting the estimated value of a scan. So I can sum it up. My goal for the trip is to get Elite Explorer. And in order to do that, I need my Explorer profits. I need 200 million credits. Top of what I have, so I need to make 200 million on this trip. Although I do get money from a single honk, and that does add up, not really gonna add up to be enough. To to really make a huge difference. You're getting like a few hundred credits for each object, I guess, when you do that.
Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, we got 100 jumps to go. We gone 4,950. I want to go a couple of hundred more light years and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I wanted to go about halfway the distance to our destination start today. And then we'll do the other half tomorrow. And then on Friday, assuming there isn't anything else happening on Friday, we might do the extended 6-hour stream on Friday.
Fuel scooping.
I just need to figure out what I need to have for food items available to me here so I can eat a little bit during the stream
Complete.
without having to microwave it or anything.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, so we passed 5,000 light years. I think it was about 10,500 to a destination. So we'll do another few jumps. Make it about 5,250, which would be just about halfway. Kind of depends a little bit on what we find.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
We honked twice. Hello.
Frameshift drive charging.
We're still actually jumping further and further away from Earth now. We are now over 200 light years further away from Earth than we were a little bit earlier today. Which isn't a whole lot, it's like 4 jumps total. Kind of.
Fuel scooping complete.
Kind of just eking our way a little bit. I think that jump actually sagged the right way, so we got. Oh. Numbers are updating all over the place here, so I don't know anymore.
Fuel scooping.
So yeah, we seem to be going outward a bit.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, well, we're gonna finish off with a neutron star jump, it looks like. That's cool. I know it's only been 3 hours, well, only. I never really planned on doing 4-hour streams every day, so 3 hours is more like it. No one's ever been here before.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Ah, it's a special treat. We're gonna do a double neutron star jump. Haven't had one of those in a long time. We're not that interested in scanning that star to want to travel 50,000 light seconds. This is like the most zen neutron star ever.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
No, just calmly just spinning its cone.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
Alright, we're gonna fuel it up. Check it out.
Fuel scooping complete.
Nothing really interesting here. It's a bunch of dead rocks. Gonna tag it. And that's gonna be it for today, guys. We gone 5,557 light years. That's a lot of fives. We have not really gotten any closer to the bubble, but we didn't really expect to. Our course is going west and not. Okay, so let's see here. We're going out west. We're not going south to the bubble. So we're not cutting the distance so yet. But once we get out here, we'll start heading back towards civilization. But that's going to be it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with more jumping and hopefully some cool discoveries. But for right now, it's game over.